not. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Devotion. It is time. Olivia, you've returned from your shopping mission with your outfit, which we are going to leave hidden for just a little while longer. And actually, Olivia, are you going to show up with everybody else to the party so they see it when they are walking there, or are you going to like show up separately in your...
Oh, I'm going to show up separately and after them.
Kellen shows up right away and just walks in like a fancy peacock. Like
I'm going fashionably late.
Yes, and let's remember what we ended up with for Kellen's outfit. Something like this. Something like Bluebird Man. With maybe some actual feathers in there instead of like these fake ones. It's like big peacock feathers, probably. Yeah. That's like the best they could do on short notice.
Mm-hmm. But the mask is the most important.
Right, definitely got the weird cage mask thing. Mm-hmm. Totally done. Kellen shows up looking a little something like this, which is maybe a little darker than I thought Kellen would go.
You mean Kess?
Kess, I'm sorry. I always get your names mixed up.
We're twins, it's hard. Or no, we're not. We're siblings.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, what's the word here? It's not
macabre.
Morbid. That's the word I'm looking for, exactly. Yeah. And then we have Ransom, who has a dragon outfit, a green dragon outfit with the green dragon mask going in it.
It's like kind of soft and fluffy.
And of course we have Rhonda, who shows up as an immortal from 300. And we have Guy, who shows up minus his face paint, but you almost don't recognize him at first because he's like in his suit and tie. He's got his hair like all combed and slicked back and like kind of to the side. He's like back in lawyer guy form. He's got like a hard set jawline.
Oh.
And he's got some fake glasses that he's got wearing on top of them and everything that are maybe, I don't know, he's got to have some sort of like face covering to go along with it. So he's got some sort of, I don't have a mask for him yet, but he's tall, straight-backed, official guy who speaks boldly and directly. Force.
So he has the face paint on, but it's covered?
No. He got rid of the face paint. He washed it off. Yeah.
So he went for the thing that, like, the one time when he impressed everybody and was like Superman lawyer.
Well, he's going as not himself. He's going as be someone who you're totally not, which is the man his father always wanted him to be, but he never was going to end up as.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So our party is on the pier here at Yatel. It's in this large building, kind of near the end, where there's a couple of ships parked around it, and everybody is dressed to the nines. Everybody is in like fancy Akuban clothes. There's a few elven outfits, and there's like a smattering of foreign outfits that you might even just consider regular, normal outfits, but like in this foreign land to you, those are foreign outfits. And everybody's kind of like milling about, kind of sampling little things off platters. You can see Koibu's course has formed up on a stage in the back, and they take notice as Kess and Kellen walk in.
Sneakily.
Yeah. Someone has clearly pointed you guys out to them because the whole group is over here staring at you and not with happiness in their eyes.
Were they like all some variation of Neil?
No. It was Greg, George, Gregory.
Oh yeah,
something.
Gregorian chant.
Yeah.
Gregorio, Grog.
Yeah, I have them written down somewhere in one of my like many notebooks that need to be consolidated into a single notebook. I can't find it right now. Anyway, the Gregs and Ian are all there.
Oh yes, that was it.
Yeah. It was all a form of Greg and Ian.
I didn't get that until now.
Yes.
Ah, I love it. Greg.
I don't know where it is. It's all Greg's. Here, Greg, Gregory, George, and Georg plus Ian, who is their leader. Wonderful.
Hey, Georg. Nice to see you, man.
Georg gives you a half wave. And then there's the announcer at the door who, in a clear voice, says, and introducing Lady Olivia, who walks in a splendid, what would you call that, peach dress?
Yeah.
Show us.
With a mask, a lovely, delicate face mask.
So she went for like the opposite of classic Olivia. So she went super simple,
Oh.
like peach, classy, pulled up her hair even when the picture it's not pulled up. Like she never does that. So she went like little princess look, like simple yet elegant.
Kellen walks over to her with both hands out and grabs both her hands and is just like, you look so beautiful. And like raises his mask, you know, the big like mask, and kisses her, puts it back down.
It takes about half an hour for the party to really get started once Olivia shows up. And it's at that point which Koivu's chorus, wine glasses are tapped. They take the stage and begin their song entitled, did we ever get a name for it?
I think it's probably like I think it's just like called the Song of Heroes. Like something very,
Something very classic.
Yeah.
Very, very to the point.
The heroes of, what was the place called that we went?
It's
island?
on the map. Osca Island.
The Heroes of Osca Island. That's what it's called.
Okay.
I'll write that down.
Lovely. Perfect. So Koivu's chorus plays the song, and you can see, especially on Ian's face, this struggle between wanting to be an excellent performer and do your best, and like the hatred of the song that you're singing at this moment. Like, I'm a professional and this is a paid gig and like I've got to do my best, but like, fucking Oscar Island heroes, really? And Kess and Kellen and their stupid human sibling boyfriends or whatever, like, okay,
Kellen is
fine.
like, Kellen's handing out wine glasses to everyone and clinking and cheering them.
Yeah.
It's basically when Kess and Kellen sang Family of Elves,
Yeah.
I would think. It's like the whole you kind of want to perform well, but at the same time it's like
They do their performance, which is it's good. It's good. It's solid. It's well done. There is a round of applause, probably more so for the meaning behind the song than for the actual song. It's like you went to a show, you saw something, yeah, it was great. You probably, you might not go see that same show again. You'd go to a different one, but you certainly don't regret having been there, I
mean, they're no Kess and Kellen, but they've done the best they can,
Yeah. They do what they can.
Kellen's just like in a great mood, and he's handing and he and Olivia are both like drinking lots of wine and like making sure that Guy always has wine too. They're all just like partying it up.
Guy clears his throat when you hand him the glass of wine. He looks at it, looks at you, hands it delicately to Olivia and says, "Whiskey, rocks."
All right. Kellen gets like a big glass of whiskey and gives it to him. And then Olivia and Kellen both, Kellen goes to cheers Olivia and cheers Guy, and they all toast.
Thanks for the drink. You look very proper. I see that you went for the be someone you aren't look.
I've done my best. You seem to have gone for the most beautiful woman in the room look, which you have pulled off very well.
My guy. I haven't heard a compliment coming from you in a while now.
Am I really your guy, though?
Well, you're the only guy that sticks around, you know? Don't have many guys in our party. Just the one.
It certainly
One guy.
is a fun name.
Sorry for the pun.
Not at all. Kess. No, not Kess. Ransom. You've probably noticed Kess has been a little off today. You know, maybe a little in her own thoughts. How's
Maybe.
that sitting with you? Are you even aware of that? Or are you like, she's just like trying to think of what she needs to wear to the party? What's...
That makes sense. I see that she's come up with something very glamorous, though, so I'd like to ask her for a dance when the appropriate place comes.
Sure. Is that before or after the Koibu's chorus rendition of your song? Or your song?
Definitely after. I think during we're all in rapt attention.
Okay. And do you know how to dance, Ransom? Are you a big dancer or?
I'm no master at it, but I've been practicing.
Okay. All right. So Cass Ransom comes, asks you for a dance. How's that going in your mind with all these dreams and this?
I kind of like
masquerade
snap
ball?
out of it when he comes up, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
Ransom,
And I take his hand, or I offer him my hand.
Can I get a dex check from Ransom? Actually, you're not much of a dancer, but you've been practicing. So let's see how your practice has paid off.
All right. There it is.
You know, it's a good effort, but you like step on her toes a couple of times. But like you're clearly trying, and you've got like the line of dance going. You're going counterclockwise around the room. You can do some twirls, but every now and then like you bump into another couple or step on someone's foot. Cass, is this endearingly cute, or is this like, oh my god, we're at this fancy party and he's like bumping me into these like lords and ladies?
I'm kind of still distracted, but since the dancing isn't that well, like it's not keeping me from my distracting thoughts, except for that I'm bumping into people and I'm just like, oh, sorry. And I'm not like, if he were to like impress me with the dancing, it might distract me from other things, but because it's not great, I'm still thinking of those things. And then I'm also running into people, so I'm like slightly embarrassed, but not like enough to get mad at him or anything.
Okay. After you guys finish your dance, there is a clinking of glasses coming from one side of the hall, and everyone kind of like quiets down. The band stops playing, and a gentleman stands up. He's got a gold face mask that covers the upper part, leaving a kind of a delicate chin below. His hair is covered in a long kind of like headdress thing that goes down, and he's got this like studded leather armor with a couple of like small spikes on it here or there, and some like symbols of musical things across like his what are these sections called? Right below the collarbone. It's not quite your shoulder, it's like your shoulder socket area, your sub-collarbone area. I don't have a name for it.
I don't think that has a name. This is your pec and this is your collarbone. I don't know if there's a like in between.
Yeah,
thing.
this is like the hero spot where people get shot, but they're totally fine, you know, like in
Yeah,
TV shows.
exactly that.
Yeah, he's got some like musical symbols
the hero
in the hero
shot
spot.
socket.
Yeah. Anyway, he clinks some things together and makes an announcement. Everybody, this party is going well, but I think it's time that we take it over to my ship, which is parked at the end of the pier. It is all prepared for our masquerade ball, so if you will please follow me to the ship. And leads the party out through some double doors onto a vessel that is docked right next door. It is lit
Look,
with...
as long as the line to the masquerade ball on the ship isn't as long as the one at TwitchCon, am I right?
There are lanterns hanging from the riggings. The main deck has been turned into a dance hall. There's a section for the band, and their instruments are like already being brought over there. There's even some like food being prepared in the kitchen, and a couple of sub dance floors down below in like the hull where you can go hang out. And while the party is shifting over there, we have a couple of things that happen. Olivia, as you all are marching or hopping onto the other ship, a man comes up to you. He is dressed as like a bandit. He's got his face covered in a bandana. He's got like battle-scarred, tight leather armor on with a short sword and a dagger. And he kind of speaks in a husky voice, except I can't do a husky voice. And he asks you for a dance right away.
Sure. It's a masquerade ball after all. Let's go. I give a wink to Kellen as I go away.
Okay. You're dancing with him for a few moments when he's kind of chatting about whatever. And you start to recognize his voice. Can you make me a charisma check?
I knew it, Neil.
You don't even need to make a check. Just guess.
You can also just guess if you'd like.
And I'm like, Alex?
You found
I knew
me.
you'd want to bring him back in the picture, Neil.
It's good to see you here.
Well. How come are you here?
I'm visiting Akuba with my fiance.
Fiance?
Yes. Well, I told you I wouldn't wait forever, and
Fair enough.
wait, I can't. She's right over there next to the bar. And so we're on tour, visiting all the nobles, inviting people personally to our wedding. And you just happened to be here, and I had to come over and say hello.
How did you recognize me behind my disguise?
Oh, I had an early invite list. Picking you out from the party was a little bit more difficult. Well, let's just say I recognized you anyway.
I'm impressed. I thought I was being sneaky.
Well, your dress isn't exactly hiding your figure, and it's fairly distinctive.
I was
As
trying
Kellen
to
sees
go
them
for
in
a
conversation
sexual
by the...
look.
Sorry to interject.
Would you say,
Just-
Jen?
No, go ahead. It's fine.
Just really quick, Kellen starts walking for Guy to ask Guy to dance while he sees these two.
Sure. Okay. So you're still traveling then?
Yeah, still traveling. But I have to admit, I did think about you a couple times. Couple nights.
Oh. Well, that is certainly encouraging.
Well, you have a fiance now, so you know.
Well, that's true. It's...
And I still have my boyfriend.
Of course.
Don't
of
sound
course.
too thrilled, jeez.
Well, I guess between you and I, it just was never meant to be, was it?
Yeah, we have just different lives, you know?
Could have been a different way.
Maybe in another dimension.
Another life, another time.
Mm-hmm. I give him a kiss on the cheek.
Okay. Let's flip over for a moment here to actually Ransom. I'm sorry, not Ransom, Kess. Once you've all been pulled onto the boat, a man approaches you. It's the same guy who invited everybody onto the boat, actually. That guy with the golden mask and the headdress and the kind of smaller chin. He comes
I'll
up.
mention
and,
I've been kind of leading Kess around, kind of being an extra gentleman with a mix of her hand, mix of arm in arm, and just making sure the way is clear for her all the time.
Well then, let me rephrase this. A gentleman approaches the two of you, the same gentleman that invited everybody onto the ship, and gives a bow, and then extends his hand and says, "May I have this dance?"
I, for some reason, say yes.
All right. Well, I mean, it's polite. It's a ball. You dance with many
Yeah,
people.
I look at Ransom. I'm like, okay.
Enjoy.
Okay. And then I take his hand. I'm like, sure. And then, yeah, I give him my hand.
Okay. The two of you, or he begins to move you around the floor and strikes up a bit of a conversation.
Okay.
Which starts off with, So, what chat passed me recently? He seemed in good spirits.
Wait, what?
What chat, Ethliel?
What about him?
We passed by each other recently. He seemed in good spirits, last I saw. How have things been for you?
How recently was this?
Well, you know, us elves, years pass as moments. It must have been a few months ago.
Has it been already a few months?
It's been like 2 months since he died in game, I think.
Okay. You must have passed by him much earlier then, because he passed away.
I'm so sorry to hear that. How are you doing with that?
To be honest, it's all very hard. A lot of stuff has been going on this year, and well, that definitely wasn't the easiest thing to deal with. I mean, it was just a couple months ago. I miss him dearly.
Imagine. But it seems the pair of you have been traveling far and wide. Here we are in Akuba, and here you are, guests of honor.
Yes, it has been quite an adventure for sure, but, well, it was weird. I actually had a dream this morning where it was back when we were home with everybody and everything seemed so normal then. And, you know, there's sometimes I miss that.
Everyone dreams of the good old days.
Yeah, I wish it was just dreaming of the good old days for me, but my dreams are much more than that. And then I realize I'm talking to a complete stranger. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on. Everything's fine. And I kind of roll my eyes a little and continue dancing.
Ransom, you get approached by Rhonda while Kess is dancing with this guy. And she comes up in her warrior mask with her swords out and goes, So I saw the two of you dancing earlier. I saw you bumping her into the crown prince.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Do you want me to show you how to dance? I have no spirit for dancing, but being the well-bred lady that I am, she says with a little disdain, I have been taught all the forms of dance, backwards and forwards.
Well, gee, I'd be more afraid of you slaying me, but alright, I'm willing to learn.
She sheathes the swords and does her best to teach you to dance. And doing so, she asks you, so, Kess seems to be pretty happy.
Really?
She shrugs. I don't know. She seems to be enjoying herself with whoever that is.
Ah, yes. It'd be nice if she actually came to talk to me every once in a while instead, but...
She's the guest of honor at a party. I think she's supposed to dance with as many people as possible, right? That's...
Makes sense.
Gotta show off the party guests. How are things going between the two of you? Not to pry. You don't have to answer if you don't want. None of my business.
I don't know. I think things are going fine. They're on the up and up.
Good. Glad to hear. And let's finally switch over to Kellen and Guy. You said you asked Guy to dance?
Yeah, just because I see Olivia dancing and I'm like, and I go over and I'm like, Guy, let's do it.
All right. He looks for a waiter, kind of flags him, sets down his drink, pulls out a gold coin and tosses it on the tray as a tip, and turns over to you. Shall we dance, Kellen?
Yeah, let's go. Dance circles around Olivia and that dude.
he takes you in a surprisingly firm grip around your waist, and immediately starts promenading you down the side of the room.
I'm into it. We're like, well, I was gonna say we're really good dancers, but I guess I should roll for that.
Yeah.
30.
Easy peasy. Let's see.
We're like doing like, I find like a rose, I put it between my teeth. I'm like, you know, yeah. And I keep winking at Olivia while we go by her too.
Okay. Olivia, let's flip back over to you. So you get like a dance in with Alex, who says after some time, "Would it be wildly inappropriate if I invited you to the wedding?"
No, I would love to attend.
I was kind of hoping you'd say no.
Why? And
Well-
miss a chance to see you again? She doesn't do that move though, it's just me.
Well, if you said no, then I wouldn't have to worry about what I think when I see you on the day of the wedding. But that's my problem, and I would be happy to have you there. Maybe it will help bookend things, make life decisions more clear.
Sure, I'm sure it will clarify all of your life decisions.
Of course. Would you care to meet my... No, that would be awkward. I'm sorry. That's just weird.
How is she?
She is well-read. She is well-bred. She rides well. And she speaks well. She's talented in the ways of music and poetry and art and embroidery. She is a...
well-rounded individual, I see.
Yes. On paper, she is perfect.
But does she inspire you, Alex? I say as I put my hand on his mouth.
On his
Like-
mouth? Oh.
like, you know, like-
I think he kind of turns his head slightly and bites your finger just a little bit. Just like
Oh!
on the side. No. That is my darling's only drawback. We are very different people.
That's
I
a shame.
seek a life of adventure and joy. She seeks one of politics, social ladder climbing, rulership, the classical roles of people of our birth.
She definitely found a good person to be with then, I guess.
Well, our families are happy, and I'm sure one day we will be running Mystria. Someone can get rid of that damned dragon.
Ah, yes, the dragon.
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm sure we'll run into each other, at least at your wedding, so I wouldn't want to keep you from your bride-to-be.
Of course not, of course not. I should probably go chat with her. May I have a dance with you later in the evening?
I guess try and find me.
Don't change.
I won't.
So, back to Kess and guy who owns the ship. Ship guy? Ship boy? So after your kind of like awkwardness about, no, never mind, it's all fine. It's kind of a pause. He starts up again. Kellen seems to be doing well.
I mean, yeah, him and Olivia are a great couple, and you know, my brother's very, very talented.
Well, usually. Is he still trying his hands at, you know, he was always better with the singing than he was with the timing of the beats.
I mean, he does great even at that. What do you mean? He's talented in everything.
Of course he is, of course he is. I just seem to recall the Kellen in the olden days like to be a little bit more brash and straightforward. Kellen I see across from me now, Seems to have changed some. Smoothed out,
Well-
maybe.
Well, I mean, we all grow and change. That's part of life. I mean, he's had a lot to deal with as well, but he's doing well, I think.
That brings me joy. How are you doing,
And
though?
you?
Oh,
Are you doing well?
no. Yes. Not really. But... do you really want to talk about morbid things at such a grand party?
I mean, if that's what you want to talk about, it doesn't bother me. I don't think any subject's off limits anywhere anymore.
Oh. Well then, I've seen you with a handsome young warrior. Is it the true love you've always hoped for? Blushing again?
I...
Hard to tell under the mask.
What was that?
Nothing, dear, nothing. So you and...
I mean, we are doing well. You know, I did lose the love of my life once, so, you know, as elves, it's hard to say. There's so many different factors. But I mean, I think I am flustered a little bit now.
So this warrior man is not the love of your life?
Sorry, what was that?
The warrior I saw you walk in with is not the love of your life?
I mean, yes,
I didn't mean to make
my...
you frustrated.
No, I'm just in a weird place. We're in a weird place right now. We're working on ourselves.
Seems to
And then
me.
I realize why I'm still again telling everything to this guy. Wait a minute. What is going on here?
I think you've noticed that the one song ended and the next song began, and he just kind of kept dancing.
Oh, why do you ask anyways? How do I know this guy exactly? Because
You don't. He's just a guy who invited you onto his ship for a party.
Okay, so but he seems to know about us.
I can't help you.
So I'm looking at him. I'm like, do I know you from somewhere?
He catches on.
How do you even know about my father or anybody? Who are you? And I kind of stop dancing with him.
He pauses while you kind of come to a stop, and he says,
do I recognize his voice at all? Anything?
I don't know. Give me an intelligence check. See if you can recall something, or a charisma check actually for recognizing people. See if you can recall something from way back when.
Okay, hold on. Roll D20 plus.
Ooh, very nice. Yes, you definitely recognize this voice, but it's different than... It's like if you talk to someone when you're kids, and then you talk to that person again after they've gone through puberty, and their voice is kind of the same, but it's also changed. You get the feeling that this person you probably knew a long time ago.
Do I recognize the voice from the dream?
No.
Okay. So okay. Can I tell how old he? No, I guess not. With Elvish,
he's got the mask and the head things, and he's clearly an elf. You've picked up that from his accent and his tone. So also elves are hard to tell their age apart, you know.
Okay, and then I wait for him to answer me.
What was your question again?
I said, "Do I know you from somewhere?"
Catching on. It seems like, well, it feels like an eternity since I've seen you last. We grew up in the same village.
Okay, but who are you?
I am the host of the ship party.
I know that, but who are you from? How did I know you back then? Like, who are you? What's your name?
You may call me whatever you'd like.
No, I need. Who are you?
Does it really
Why
matter?
Why won't you tell me? Yes, it matters. Who are you? Because I
It's
just had a
masquerade
dream.
ball. I can't tell you who I am. That defeats the whole purpose of it.
Then why are you dancing with me?
Because I like you very much. I find your company enjoyable and your music quite pleasant.
Well, thank you for that, but I would feel much better knowing who you are. I just feel like I'm talking to you about all of these things, and I don't know why.
Let's play a game then. You can ask me yes or no questions, and I will answer them.
Okay. Did we play together growing up?
Yes.
Did you live next door to me?
As I seem to recall, our houses were not adjacent to one another, but there was no other building between them.
Do I remember at this point who lived by me?
Elves, you're living in a forest, you know, it's kind of a, everything's kind of spread out and goofy.
Uh,
Why don't we come back to you while you think of some questions, and flip over to Ransom again. Why don't you give me another dex check there, Ransom, see how your dancing has progressed with Rhonda. If you need more lessons or if you are ready to rock.
Watch him and weep. Oh.
Look, you may be a master with the blade, but with the feet, you're an amateur. And I mean, no offense, instructor, teacher. I honor your skill with the sword, but it's left, right in this situation when we try and make our left turns. And it's forward, back, side together for the full turn.
I'm sure just like the art of learning swordcraft, learning dancing doesn't happen in a day, but I'll keep it up. Maybe we have something to instruct each other over.
Try this. Close your eyes, not your arms. You'll need them around me. And I will direct us, make sure that we don't run into anyone, and just concentrate on your feet. Get the visuals out of your brain. It'll help.
All right. I close my eyes and let Rhonda lead me around.
Hey. Kellen, you are dancing with Guy. You've got a flower in your teeth somehow, a rose that you've picked out of something, and Guy's doing these, like, strong, like, American tango style marches across the room, and various, like, swift back and forth, but what are you wearing? You're not wearing a dress. You are wearing... Oh, no, you're wearing the bird costume. Oh, yeah. I think that makes your wings, like, flutter every time, like, he whirls you around, your wings go poof.
It's awesome. We're having a grand old time. I think we're only stopping once in a while to, like, grab some drinks and cheers and, like, keep dancing.
I wanna, once I saw them, like, about to stop, I'd like to come up with, like, 3 big glasses of, like, was it whiskey or scotch that he asked for?
He asked for whiskey, scotch, whatever.
I bring, like, whiskey on the rocks. I'm, like, carrying 3 glasses in, like, this crowded ballroom. I'm like...
I just want to check and see if...
I filled them up a lot. I was like, do it, like, triple. Just bring it on.
I want to see if Kellen had anything he wanted to discuss with Guy alone, and then we'll bring you in. Is there anything...
when I see her coming over, I'm like, yeah, come on, we're partying. Ah!
All right, the 3 of you are together, and
I'm like, Guy, your favorite?
Delicious. You seem to be dancing with a gentleman who is most interested in you.
Yeah, it seems like we're the hell of the ball, right? All of us. I've seen a lot of requests tonight for a lot of dances by a lot of people.
Well, that's how formal parties go, isn't it?
Yeah. But I've been thinking about you guys as I was away. I was hoping to get, a dance in with a couple of my favorite people.
A 3-person dance?
It's like, I love dancing with Olivia all the time. And I love dancing with you. And, like, we should just do more stuff, all 3 of us together. You know what I mean? Don't you think, Olivia?
Yeah, like that pajama party the other night. That was like super fun. Like Kellen and I, we're great together, and it's just fun sometimes to have like more people around. We've kind of gone around all the discussions we can have and discoveries we can have around each other. Like I still get surprised once in a while, of course, but it's kind of fun to break the beat sometimes and have someone else, to chat with or to dance with.
Variety is the spice of life.
Into him, I'm like, bimp.
And like, you are really good to chat with, we just like connect on a really deep level. And so it's really cool to meet people in life that you really connect with. And it's like so important when you find those connections to just like embrace them, you know what I mean? And I kind of just like take his hand and I'm staring meaningfully at him.
You're such a devoted artist. I say as I like put my hand on his shoulder.
We're both just staring at him very meaningfully.
Well, I do play many roles.
Yeah, and you smell really good. As I approach and like smell his neck, I'm like, oh my god, this is like such a good perfume. Kellen, smell it.
I smell it too. I get really close to him. We're both just like right up close to his face. How does he seem to be reacting?
Stern, solid, somehow still relaxed. It's called Manly Musk by Guy.
You made it yourself? Oh my gosh, this is great.
Well,
it's like the smell of whiskey, fire,
and dancing, he says as he switches, takes Olivia in his arms, and begins to dance her down the ship.
Oh shit.
All right.
I wink at Kellen as I'm whisked away.
All right, let's flip back to Kess. Have you got some questions for this person yet?
Yeah.
All right, give them to me. Let's play this game.
All right. I'm looking at his mask. I'm like searching his face. I don't recognize anything though, right?
No, see, he's got that mask on. All you can see is like his mouth and his chin.
I look at his hands. Do I recognize anything about his hands?
Ooh, interesting question. They're elven hands. They're on the paler side of elven skin tones.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything that stands out about them. He's not like wearing any jewelry, and there's no like distinctive scars, and it's not like, oh, there was that one guy I used to know that always wore nail polish.
Yeah.
So they're kind of regular hands.
Were you close to my brother?
He gives you a little spin and says, yes, your brother and I knew each other.
Just knew each other or knew each other well?
I think at some point, living with someone for hundreds of years, you tend to know them pretty well, even if you're not particularly close. But I would say I knew him well.
How well did you know me?
That's not a yes or no question.
Did you know me well?
I knew little Kess.
Then... Did you have any siblings?
Yes.
Did you have any brothers?
Yes, getting warmer.
Did you have any sisters?
No.
For some reason, my heart kind of sinks because inside I was sort of hoping it was 11th in a way, but that wouldn't be possible.
I mean, yeah, 11th is dead, but 11th did have a younger brother.
Oh, wait, no, because Oh, wait. No, I was thinking, okay. Because he had a sister that came to town.
To be honest, I don't really remember. I'm looking at my sheet of your character information, and it says younger sibling under 11th, Ghibli. I think Ghibli's a guy's name? Whatever, he says Yes to
Okay,
younger brother, no to younger
so-
sister.
You're Levin's younger brother, aren't you? Do I know his name?
Ghibli.
Ghibli, okay. Sorry, you just said that too.
Yeah.
Are you Ghibli?
That is a name I haven't heard spoken in a long time.
Oh my gosh, it is you.
No,
And
it's
I
not.
Oh. Huh.
Any
I
other
don't
questions?
quite know.
Anything else?
Well, how you have a younger brother. Is he here?
No.
Is any of your family here?
Almost. I'd like to think so.
Are you related to us?
Almost.
Almost. How would you? Wait, but we
He
don't.
stops dancing, leaves the hand that's wrapped around your back, kind of at the small of your back. His left hand he takes and actually picks up the ring around your neck and holds it up. You know, that's like on a necklace. It's probably a very bold forward move to like grab a ring that's hanging on someone's neck.
Hey, excuse me. And I like grab it out of his hand. What are you doing with that?
I'm glad to see you would have liked it.
Wait, what? And I just like literally like my heart just stops.
He sort of like picks you up slightly, just enough that he can keep like dancing you around and goes, look so surprised.
How are you here? I
It's
thought.
a longer story than we have time for, and our time is quite short.
Wait,
We have until the party's over, and then I must go.
what is this, Cinderella? What do you mean you must go? How could you just drop that on me and then think you're going to leave?
Well, this is the night when the veil between the worlds is the thinnest, and from my halfway position, I can more easily move here.
Wait, so you're still here. Wait, you're not here then.
In
You're
spirit,
not really here.
he gives a shake of his head.
But it is really you. You're not messing with me.
I know I've
I
played
go
many...
to like reach for his mask.
He like he takes your hand and shakes his head. Well, can we just enjoy the evening? I know you have other people to tend to. He looks towards Ransom, who is with his eyes closed, dancing with Rhonda. But those others seem to be sort of distracted anyway.
I can't believe it's really you.
All right.
And I look up at him and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like my heart is pounding right now. Cause I'm like, I'm not sure if like I'm being messed with or if it's real or I don't know if I'm dreaming. I can't tell reality at this moment. But I just look back at him and then I look at his hands and then realize how comfortable that I was feeling with him. And I kind of start to believe him.
All right, let's flip back over to Ransom and Rhonda. You guys have been practicing for a while now, kind of off on the bow of the ship, which is a little bit too awkward to actually have a dance party. A lot of the things have been moved over here, but you guys were like running into things, so you had to like move off the dance floor to properly practice. Let's give another dex check and see how Ransom is doing, though. He might be ready for his big reveal that he's been practicing all night.
All right. Pow!
Oh God! It's gotten worse, Ransom. Why is it getting worse, buddy?
You know, Rhonda, as I swing her into a barrel, I can't help but think I never properly thanked you as I swing her into a crate. For stabbing that guy for me.
Well, you're welcome. But you could thank me by not running me into things. Ow. Ow. Ow.
You've really done a lot for me as I step on her toe.
And you for me. I've learned so much from you. I think I've become a much better warrior, and I will serve my house more honorably than before I met you.
We really have a lot in common, you know? How we really don't care about this nobility thing at all anyways.
It's never bothered me. I found it more of a burden than a gift.
Sure is. Who really cares about all these formalities anyways?
Ow. Yes, formalities. As I seem to recall, your contract with my aunt is fairly open-ended. Have you thought at all about if my training will ever end?
Oh, well. I've been finding it kind of useful having you around. I thought at first that you might be a burden, but you've really grown on me, Rhonda.
It's not proper for someone of my station to say so, but I initially thought you were just a bunch of boorish fools that had bewitched my aunt somehow, and I find myself pleasantly surprised that your uncivilized ways are the ones I tend to enjoy more.
Ah, that's just me, not the other three.
Well, those are the ways that I enjoy.
Ah, very good.
To be honest, rather than this party, I'd rather be... They have this thing called a haunted house, I've heard. Various monsters in it, and they give you a wooden sword, and you run through the house and you kill everything in your path. Sounds...
Oh, that would be too easy for the two of us, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, it's all for pretend, but yes, that sounds like the proper way to celebrate the Autumn Festival.
Alright. Do you want to go?
Leave the party? Wouldn't Kess be upset?
Oh, we'll invite her along too, of course.
Sure, let's go. I think Ransom and Rhonda come down up to Kess, who's dancing with this mysterious man. And Ransom, what do you say?
I look at the two of them dancing, and I wait for a moment, and then I kind of tap Kess on the shoulder.
I'm like in this bubble, and then I turn to him, and I'm just like, oh, yes?
Kess, how would you like to go on an adventure in the haunted house?
You guys have a fun time if that's what you want to do. And I'm like, I'm going to stay here.
Are you sure you won't come? Says Rhonda. We get to pick up swords
sure.
and...
You guys have fun. I know you like all that fighting stuff all the time. You guys have a great time.
This isn't a fighting thing. It's...
Really, enjoy it.
I look at her
okay.
partner that she's dancing with.
This guy, they've been dancing together for like half an hour now.
You know, Kess, I've actually been wondering when we're going to switch partners. Can I have a dance?
I look at him and I said, why aren't you just going to a haunted house?
My heart's kind of beating rapidly, not in a good way. And I'm like, okay, Kess.
This is a childhood friend. I like step aside with him for just a second. I'm like, it's a childhood friend. We're catching up. So I'll be here when you guys return.
That's great. Why don't you introduce me?
I'll introduce you when you come back. You guys go on ahead and enjoy yourselves.
Rhonda cuts in on your little circle and says, come on, Ransom, let's see if Olivia and Kellen and Guy want to go. I'm sure if we make a whole party of it, it'll be fun, and Kess will get so jealous, she'll come along. We're going to have a great time.
I'm just like, okay.
All right, you're sure you're okay, right, Cass?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. It's people from my past, my childhood, so it's good to catch up. I've had a lot of loss lately.
Okay. Sure, let's go invite Olivia and Kellen and all the others.
I return to 11.
Olivia and Kellen, you are, I guess, a guy has danced Olivia around, and the three of you are together again. Probably more than a little tipsy at this point. I think there have been a lot of large glasses of wine and whiskey. And over comes Ransom and Rhonda. Rhonda's got an excited look on her face through her... I guess, she doesn't. She's got that mask on. Rhonda looks serious. Ransom looks like a dragon. And
what's going on, guys? You're looking almighty. Don't they look almighty, guys? And then
Olivia, I need you to cast a spell for me.
And I grab Kellen on their necks. I'm like, they're looking so mighty.
Olivia, I need you to cast a spell on me. All right, spell for me.
I got a spell on you.
Yeah, I love that song.
You're mine.
Do you have a spell that can detect charms? Kind of like when we were...
Oh, well, I can definitely...
Ransom, she has a spell that detects charming, but it just finds me every time.
It does. It's funny because it's true.
Guy said that, right?
Yeah, it's Guy.
Yeah.
We're just hanging off him oh, that was
No,
so
Olivia,
funny.
this is serious.
Well, first of all, my mother always told me, don't drink and detect charm. Don't drink and do magic. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's how you lose an eye.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't even have detect charm today, so I can detect magic, but that would be rude because we're at a ball.
It doesn't matter. It might be for Kess's life. I'll need you to detect magic near Kess and on her dance partner there.
Is it rude?
It doesn't matter whether or not it's rude. It's for our dear friend.
Neil, do I know if it's rude at the ball to cast detect magic?
I mean, if someone sees you start casting a spell, they might freak out because they don't know what you're doing and you're summoning magic. So it kind of depends on the audience. It's very possible that they could be like, oh my god, someone's casting a spell. We're under attack. Or they could be like, I know her. She's a cleric. It's totally fine.
Okay, guys. Dylan. Just cover me. Just wrap around me real close, and I'm gonna cast detect magic. So nobody will be able to tell because you're gonna be so close to me that nobody will be able to
Stand
tell.
back, gentlemen. I have this. He comes up from behind you and just wraps his arms all the way around you and holds you really tightly to him.
I'm like, detect magic, detect magic, detect magic.
Okay. Somehow you get a detect magic spell off. I will PM you what you get.
You know the real magic I actually feel right now? The magic between all of us.
I feel it too, babe. All right. Magic. Yeah.
What's going on, Rhonda? What's up? Why are you looking so stern? Stern. What's the word anyway?
Hold on, I'm typing some things to you.
Rhonda, are you drunk?
Rhonda,
wake up!
I can't play Rhonda and type at you. Rhonda said, I am not nearly as drunk as you. But we are off to a haunted house where there's monsters and you get swords and you run through and you get to beat all the monsters that you come across. There's people dressed as ghouls and zombies. I hear they even have a vampire.
Ooh. You guys want to go? And then I kind of grab over their eyes somehow. I'm like, to the haunted house.
I think we want to go if Guy wants to go.
Guy, do you want to come with us to the haunted house? We can fight us evil together.
Haunted house?
Mm-hmm.
Dancing with beautiful people. Scary place where monsters jump out at you. Olivia pressed up against me.
Well,
Sword
to
in
be
my hand.
fair, in a
Killing in my
haunted
hand.
house, I would probably
Whiskey?
also
No.
be scared and be pressed up against you.
I think he has a good point. I think we should stay here.
Deal breaker. Does the haunted house have drinks?
Oh, that
Good
is the
point.
best point. You are so smart.
He really is.
I like puts my finger on his nose and like so smart. And then I kind of like caress his hair.
To be honest, I haven't seen what the lower decks dance floors are all about.
Ooh, maybe they're haunted too.
Ooh.
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 Rhonda,
We just all say ooh at each other. Ooh.
Rhonda gives an exasperated sigh and looks at Ransom, like kind of gets your attention, goes, I think they're very drunk. They would get in our way. We could...
Right.
I'm going to be Tyrannus, the great warrior, and I will go slay all the monsters in the house. What is your phantom name?
I will be Dragonus, and I will burn everyone that you don't manage
Ooh.
to slay.
Can I be your
I
dragon
wanna
knight
learn
riding on your back?
Sure thing. I'm sure I can carry you around.
What a
Okay.
I
mess.
meant
Riding on
metaphorically,
your
but more
back?
than seriously, but okay.
Well, or seriously.
Maybe let's try it. Hold on. Let's get off the ship and see if I can fit on your back and
Should be simple enough since I don't have to carry my
the
armor around.
sheath, and I can, yeah. And you guys figure this way out where you're carrying her piggyback, and she's got like the sheath of one of her swords
But
as a
before I head
lance.
out, Olivia, she's not under a spell or anything, right?
So much magic in the air. Lights, tables, lights, everywhere. It's beautiful. Especially
Okay.
between us. But
Anything?
you know, the only thing magical on Cass is if she has any magical items. Really.
Okay.
Which I don't know if she does.
I don't know. Do you have any magic items on you, Cass? If so, you see him, Olivia.
Just the magic items.
Okay. Well then, we'll be on our way. Have fun, you three.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go downstairs. Can I also get a ride? That seems fun. Can you guys carry me?
Heck yeah, we can.
Kellen,
Oh my
why don't you
God.
carry your dearly beloved lady friend?
Toads. I do.
Guy walks before you, proclaiming in a very loud, clear voice, "Make way, make way! Kellen and Olivia are coming through! Make way, make way!" And just kind of like announces you everywhere you guys go.
And I scream from like behind, like in Kellen's arms. I'm like, and Guy! And Guy!
And
He's like super talented and looking like a liar right now.
A liar?
liar.
All right, back over at Kess. Rhonda and Ransom have left. I'm really good with words, guys. I'm really good with words.
I look back at them for a second, but then I'm just like, with my newfound news, I'm like with everything that's happened today, I've been kind of out of it. And then now that he's told me who he is, sort of, and I'm just like, wait a minute, is this really him? And I only have so much time left with him, so I immediately go back over to him.
He's there waiting.
Because I'm pretty close. Sorry about that.
Yes. Well,
Is this... I've had so many dreams this year. Is this really not a dream right now? Are you really standing in front of me? Because I had a dream about you this morning, but you weren't real. So, am I dreaming this?
if I tell you you're not dreaming, how can you trust that that's not the dream lying to you?
I guess I don't know.
Can I give you a possible answer that would persuade you?
Yes, what?
What possible answer could I give you that would persuade you that this is
Oh.
not a dream?
Well, I feel like there's so much to say to you. Like, I don't know. Like, how are you here?
I'm stuck between worlds in a odd sort of way. A simple explanation would be that I am mostly dead.
Have you been here, in this area, this whole time?
No, I just appeared, well, as this evening approached, as the veil between worlds came to its thinnest point all year round. I was able to...
So you'll be here every year?
No. Yes, maybe. It's complicated and technical, and we only have so little time.
Okay.
Maybe I will be able to visit you again, but I haven't in the past. Although I have
Ever?
tried.
I kind of like grab the ring, like I'm holding it in my hand. I've missed you so much. I can't believe you're really here. I don't know how this is possible. Like, I'm sorry. It's just so much to take in.
It's been difficult. I can imagine that losing your father, traveling the world, meeting new and interesting people has been problematic for you, difficult for you.
Wait, so if you pass by my father, is it when he died?
His spirit walked past mine. I got a brief moment of conversation with him before he moved on. Usually I'm trapped back in the village, back in the tomb.
Why would you be stuck?
I'm only mostly dead. I'm still tied to this world in some way. The manner in which I died has left me unable to move on.
So, can we bring you back? I know that's silly to ask.
I mean, no one has been resurrected in a couple thousand years, maybe? Long before I was born. I doubt there's ever a way to bring me back. Mostly dead is not fully dead, but it's also more dead than alive. But tell me, let's spend this evening together. Tell me your favorite story from the last... What was the last time I saw you? 5 decades? 3
Yes.
decades?
You want to hear a favorite story from when we were young, or
No.
something since then?
Something that you've done. I only have old memories of you to go over and over and over. I'd like to hear some new stories.
Well, me and Kellen have been performing everywhere now. We've traveled the world, stuff that we dreamed of doing always. And, we've had some really, really good performances, and it's been quite nice. I can't think of one particular memory at this moment, but it's just been all experiences. We performed at these bars and taverns all over. It's been really fun, and it's been nice being with my brother, I just I just can't get over the fact that you're here standing in front of me. I'm sorry. It's been such a crazy year, and I've thought about you quite a lot, and I'm not doing very well.
You're strong, Cass. Stronger than you know.
Are we still dancing, or are we like just standing there talking?
You're still dancing. He keeps you moving
Okay.
along the way.
I don't feel strong right now. I feel confused in life. There's so many things that have been going on, and I get these dreams and premonitions, and I don't know why I'm mumbling on. I'm sorry. We have one little night together, and I'm talking about silly things.
No, that's the Cass I've always known and loved.
So we continue dancing, and he never removes his mask, right?
Nope.
Okay.
But we're gonna flip back over to the trio that head downstairs. The downstairs ball is not as well lit. You don't have a view of the sky or the stars, but there are like floating magical lights that just kind of dance all over the place.
Did you see that when you said not as well lit? The light turned off. I didn't even do that. Ooh, spooky.
See, if we had done this on Halloween, that'd be great.
Nah. Sorry.
Anyway, you guys are downstairs. It's a smaller dance floor down here and a smaller party down here, but it kind of fits the cozier, darker atmosphere. There are people in all sorts of strange get-ups that we haven't really talked about. Long-nosed masks, little tight things here. There are people dressed as monsters, as heroes of old, in whatever style of outfit that you can think of. There's someone here dressed like that. And, well, the three of you are down here. A guy says, I must say I've been dominating the two of you a little bit much. Perhaps you should have some time together.
No, we're having tons of time together, right, babe?
Yeah, we get time together
great.
all the time. Having you around just feels right, you know? Like, I even think it's okay if we both, like, you know, it was cool earlier when you danced with Kellen alone. Like, I'm glad you two had some time to catch up. And I also like catching up with you, you know? Like,
Well,
babe, would you mind if I, like, have a dance with Guy right now? I feel like we need to have a little chat.
Yeah, babe, I need to sit down. I'm just, you know, I'm just gonna sit over in the corner, and then if you guys feel like sitting with me, that's fine. If not, I'll just watch you from over here, and just it'll be great.
give me just 1 second, Olivia, says Guy. And he goes and fetches Kellen a glass of water from the bar, and then comes back to you.
You're so nice. Go.
So sweet.
Well, last time someone said they needed to have a little chat with me, they fled, and I haven't seen them since, so I hope this is better than that.
Of course it is. I like grab onto him like super close. I guess is it slow dancing? I don't know.
Can you hear the music in the background?
Yeah, okay, we dance to that, but like slow and closely.
Sure.
And I'm like, you know, the last time I told you I wanted to talk to you, it was actually when I hit you. And then I start laughing. I'm like,
Things did not go well.
well, I have to admit, I was jealous. Obviously. I'm sorry. I was jealous because Kellen was being interested in someone else than me. Obviously. But I was also jealous of like you and Kellen together. Because I'm not crazy. The way you look at him. And the way he does look back at you. I can tell. I catch on, dear. But you know what the truth was? I was jealous because you were not looking at me the way you were looking at him. That's why.
You have many, many men looking at you the way that you claim I was looking at Kellen. What makes it different that? Why would you care? Guy says, kind of breaking character and stumbling over his words like old-fashioned guy.
Because we both like you. You're like really inspiring and passionate, handsome. Right, Kellen?
Yeah, babe.
Yeah. We should go sit, really. I grab his hand and I like...
He stops and says, why don't you go sit, and I will watch you, and then I will join the two of you.
Watch me?
Well, you wanted me to look at you a certain way. You'll have to walk away if I'm going to do so.
Oh, dang.
I walk away, but then like I turn back as in the movies, like slow motion moving the hair.
He's got his head slightly cocked to the side.
And I'm like, I'm gonna super exaggerate this, so my character is gonna like, I imagine there's like a wall where like Kellen is like sitting down against.
Yeah.
My character is gonna super pajama, but she's gonna like exaggerate it and like like slide down the wall and like kind of just like go against like Kellen and go like like that. So it's very theatrical.
Right. Guy waits till you sit, and then he walks across the room to the two of you.
Why don't you sit in the middle?
He makes a motion for the two of you to part ways and plops down between the two of you, puts an arm around either one of you, and says, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fabulous evening, but I find myself faint. I think it is perhaps time for me to retire.
Retire we go!
Oh, are you faint as well?
Babe, let's go!
Right.
I guess let's leave this party.
The two of you leave, or the three of you leave.
All together.
And let's flip back over to Ransom and Rhonda. All right, you guys aren't at the party. You found your way through the city streets to the haunted house that is being thrown. You arrive. There are immediately some fabulously dressed people out front. They're wearing like royal guard uniforms, but you can tell it's like someone has got some really thin metal that they've like hammered into like a pseudo piece of plate mail. It's not actual plate mail, but it's like, flimsy plate mail. Totally useless in combat, but it'll serve the part for a costume. They see you approaching and they say, "So, dragon, we only allow heroes in here to defeat the monsters."
But I am a good dragon, you see. That's why I am green. I am here to slay all the undead.
Well, typically green dragons are evil, but you know what? Maybe you're just a silver dragon with a skin condition. Come on in, hero.
Yes, that must be it.
Yes.
Come on in.
He takes a look at your costume, gives a nod, and immediately hands like a wooden lance over to Rhonda, who's still on your back, I think. And directs you towards the haunted house, which is kind of like a makeshift building. Whoops, that's too loud. Makeshift building with like dark fabrics covering all the corners, so no light leaks in or out. by the front door is a woman dressed in a warrior's outfit. It's actual real chainmail. She's got a wooden sword at her side, like fake blood under her eyes, fake cuts on her. She's got her shield up, which is all badly beaten. And she says, "It's only the two of you going in there? Are you sure you can make it out alive?" It's filled
Of course. Rhonda, remember, don't hit them too hard.
Oh, cocky ones, huh? Well, good luck. This is the Tomb of Horrors. May you find your way out alive. Watch out for traps. She opens the door and motions for you guys to step in. Shuts it heavily behind you. Thud.
Well, it's a simple plan. We shall slay all the undead in here. You'll do all the work. I'll just carry you around.
She kicks you in the hips and says, "Charge!"
I charge.
All right. There's just enough light in like key places for like monsters to jump out and scare you and then defeat them. You're both fantastic warriors. And Rhonda has had a little bit to drink. Maybe you've had a little bit to drink. You guys are having a good time. You bash through all the monsters and just like blaze through the haunted house. You actually have the people in the monster mask like stopping and falling on the ground, just like, "Ow! No more! Mercy, please! Please, goblins had enough!" Oh. Until you get to this like middle room where there are 4 exits. It's like, you come to like a true fork in the road, the crossroads. And there's just a little overhead light to kind of shine around. You can see which direction to go in. Rhonda dismounts you at this point. Looks down each of the 3 different corridors. Well, Ransom, we're at a crossroads. Which way do we go?
I've heard that proper strategy in these parts is splitting up.
Good. You kill everything down the right passageway?
But I don't have a weapon, so we're gonna go together. Come back up.
Okay.
I kind of glance around. Did you notice anything about the hallways, Rhonda? And I take a look at myself, too.
One of the hallways has, like, bloody handprints streaked down the side. One of them has, like, a ghostly light at the back of it that's kind of flickering, but it's like a blue flickering light. And the other one is just dark. You're going to have to feel your way around through that dark one. Which way do you want to go?
Well, let's go to the flickering light. Light is our friend.
You guys head down that passageway, and you come face to face with this, like, tall, more like zombified elf. It's clearly like a human dressed as an elf because he's so tall, but, like, it's supposed to be this, like, zombified elf who's got, like, a long sword in one hand, a wooden long sword, and a shield in the other, dragging the sword along the ground, who comes after you saying, I'm here to take your heart, to eat it.
Remember, Rhonda, don't hit him too hard, I say as I start running straight at him.
All right, you come right at him. Rhonda makes a stab with the lance, hits him, and he like tumbles and spins to the side and gets up again and says, we'll need to do more than that. Here to take everything that makes you happy, destroy it.
All right, well, I back up a bit and then, are you sure you want this? I'm gonna charge at you. It's gonna hurt twice as much.
I eat chumps like you for breakfast. Rhonda comes and smashes him, and he like goes tumbling down onto the ground with a noise and like throws up a hand of red confetti that flickers through the air.
Wow, bravo!
It seems this room is a dead end, but the zombie on the ground like dies, pointing in one direction that points towards a large chest.
Oh, excellent. I'll go up to it and open the chest.
Inside it are hundreds and hundreds of like cut out gold coins. It's like made out of yellow paper, but they've like been cut in the shape of coins and kind of like stamped somehow.
Huzzah, we're rich! This will be great for my horde.
Excellent. perhaps we should defeat all the other chambers and go make our own dragon horde. You can be the dragon that guards my treasure. How about that?
Dear, I think it's going to be the other way around. Don't forget, I'm the dragon.
Okay. So this is your treasure, and what am I? Your bodyguard? Like, what? Dragon doesn't need a bodyguard. Warrior?
My prisoner.
She ponders on it a moment. So we're opposed then. We're at odds with each other.
Right, but I'm a dragon. I'm sure I've ensorcelled you in some way.
Ooh, you've like mind controlled me.
Ensorcelled?
Yeah, ensorcelled is totally a word. Trump is absolutely right. You should Google that, everybody.
Wait, air sorcelled?
Ensorcelled?
Ensorcelled.
Yeah.
Ensorcelled, okay.
Wow, you guys are so uncultured.
To enchant or fascinate. She nods and goes, okay. What sort of tasks do I do for you as my dragon overlord? What are you, my dragon master?
Well, yes, as you know, dragons don't have very long arms, so I need you to reach out and cook all my food. Also, I need you to stab things.
It's always about cooking food for you, always.
Always.
I am okay. Fine. Let me get into character here. Okay. You two like head back down the other hallway, fist of papers in your hands. She takes a look left and right. Bloody way, dark way. Bloody way is probably the exit. Let's do the dark way first.
I like it. I cautiously make my way while feeling the wall.
All right. She affects like a fake girly voice that Rhonda normally doesn't have, and she goes, "Oh, Dragon Master, which way are we going?"
Well, we're going deep into the darkness. Don't be too afraid.
All right, you guys proceed down the darkness. Rhonda's got like her one hand on you, and you can feel the lance over your shoulder until like you start to take a turn, and then she kind of like uses the hand on your shoulder to like keep turning you instead of 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then you feel her coming very close to you.
What? Have you spotted something?
You hear a soft yes in your ear. And then you feel something brush across your cheek towards your lips. And I think you feel Rhonda's lips lock with yours.
Well, I don't kiss back at first, but after a while, I do.
And we'll
So
leave,
much drama in this episode.
we'll leave the two of you in the haunted house for a moment while we flip back to poor little Kess. The party is beginning to wind down. Most of the guests, well, maybe not most of the guests, but many of the guests have already left. You can see someone comes over and says something to the band, and like they give like a bit of acknowledgement back and forth, and you get the feeling that the party is beginning to wrap up. Like they stopped bringing out hors d'oeuvres an hour ago. The dirty dishes are all being like picked up and put away. No one's stopping the music or the dancing, but like clearly things are starting to pack up a bit.
Okay, and we're still dancing, right?
You're still dancing.
I don't really notice this going on around me because I'm so focused on him. So I continue to dance, and then I'm obviously asking him questions. I have so many questions while we're talking.
He answers them as you ask, but he also sort of like deflects away from some of the darker things. Like he doesn't really want to talk about what it's like from his perspective, what this like trapped between worlds sensation is like. He doesn't go into detail. He just kind of mentions that he's mostly dead.
So do you see what's going on day to day with me?
Sometimes I get glimpses. On the full moon, I can usually see you well. Days before and after, well, depends on the favors of the gods. From what I've seen, though, made me happy. You've made me proud. You've performed better than I could have hoped, and you've traveled the world and fought monsters. You've lived the life I hoped we could lead together.
Well, to be fair, I kind of take you with me a little bit. And then I kind of like hold on to the ring. Were you really going to ask me?
Can you believe that I was nervous?
Why would you be nervous?
I mean, you've never had to ask anyone to marry you, have you? It's a difficult thing. You should try it sometime.
Well, no, of course I haven't had to ask somebody silly. It's usually the man that asks the woman.
Well, you should try it sometime. Like, really, like, plan it and go through with it. It's a difficult, nerve-wracking thing. I actually was going to ask you the year before a while ago.
Really?
Well, I mean,
You held on to this for over a year and you kept it secret.
I was
impressed.
nervous, you know? Like, I didn't know. What if you said no? I couldn't handle that. I mean, you were probably going to say yes, but what if you weren't ready? What if you wanted to travel more? You know, I didn't want to jump the gun. You've always been strong-willed, and I didn't want to run up against that.
Levin, do you really think I would have said no to you?
No, but got cold feet.
We were going to travel the world together, remember?
Yes. Well, I had debts to pay too. You know, I had things to clean up before I was ready to be with you.
Yeah, I kind of heard about that a little bit. And my voice trails off a little bit. But maybe we shouldn't talk about that. I mean, we only have this night. Do we still have some time together?
He kind of looks up, finds the moon in the sky, and shakes his head. No, not long.
Is there where we're at, is there a place to walk outside?
You're on a ship outside, dancing under the moonlight.
Okay. But there's a private, we can kind of walk around a more private area, right?
The bow and the aft are not lit, so you can head off there and kind of leave the party scene.
Okay. I take his hand. Well, I kind of link into his arm, and I'm like, why don't we go somewhere else? It seems like they're closing up here.
Sure. He takes you to the bow of the ship. The party kind of fades to the background a little bit.
I felt so comfortable you being here. As soon as you walked up to me, I knew something about you. It feels like yesterday when you were here.
Yeah, it does feel like moments ago that I held you last.
I wish you were still here. I know.
You...
I know Kellen would be so glad to see you.
Given the choice between spending an evening with you or an evening with the two of you, I picked one over the other. Do give Kellen my regards, if he will even believe what you say.
I don't think so. Everybody thinks I'm a drug addict these days. All because of these crazy premonitions and dreams that I've had. I'm so glad you're here, though. And I, hold his hand.
You know, he looks back at the party, which is definitely starting to clear out now. No, never mind.
What? What is it? Tell me.
Well, in a short period, this ship will leave, and I will depart with it, as will all those who are still on the ship.
What do you mean?
This is Phantom ship. It will take me to the place between worlds. But you need to go before the ship departs.
Wait, this whole ship? So the people on it are phantoms?
No, they're just drunken partygoers who didn't notice the magic of the ship.
Of course not, because people don't pay attention to things these days.
During a party.
No, of
Not
course
during a
not.
masquerade party. Anything can be easily
So-
explained as a decoration.
You brought this whole ship here just to see me.
Sure, that's the better way of phrasing it. It's more complicated than that, but that'll suffice for now.
What do you mean?
Let's not worry about the details, darling.
I want to know. Tell me. We don't keep things from each other.
There are ways to move between veiled off areas. It is cumbersome and difficult, but I found this vessel that will move between things occasionally, rarely. It took some finagling, some difficulty, but I've managed to, I think the term used is commandeer this ship, which is someone else's. And they will be quite upset when I get back, but that's another issue altogether.
Oh.
And if you don't go, then you will have to come with me and be stuck with me for all time.
Wait, you mean we could be together?
Well, you'd be dead.
Oh.
Or I don't know what would happen to you specifically if you came via this method.
Anything bad could happen to me.
Anything. I mean, you should learn to let go rather than hold on to the past. That ransom fellow that you blew off, which truthfully made me a little happy, is, from what I've seen, a good and loyal man. I think he would do anything for you.
You know, I used to think that once, but I don't know. Lately, it doesn't feel that way anymore. When I've been going through so many things, I felt so alone.
Well, he is a human. Kind of stupid. But for a human, he is remarkably loyal and loving. Maybe just a little misguided and cumbersome, but I mean, there's a reason you have traveled with him for so long, and despite all the problems, he's still by your side. Every day.
He is by my side, but
He never
don't know,
left you
there's
to
this-
go off and gamble. He never got himself embezzled in murder and mystery and plots that came back to haunt him and get him killed.
Are you trying to put yourself down here?
I'm trying to let you go and have you let me go.
Why, though?
Because you can't live with me in your heart when I'm dead.
No,
need
but
to
I can
move
still
on.
remember you.
That's fine, but you should move on. I don't want to see you unhappy for the rest of your days, and as long as you cling to me...
So that's what this was. You came to just tell me to let go of you.
No, I came to see you again. This is spur of the moment.
It's really hard. You were the love of my life. It's not easy to just let you go.
That's okay. You can take another 100 years to do it. I mean, that guy will be dead by then. But, you know, I'm
Well,
sure...
then it won't matter in 100 years, will it, if I still have love for you in my heart?
I'm just saying, you know, just...
I mean, do you love me any less? Being in this afterworld of yours?
Well, of course not. But I'm dead. So, that's what my lot is.
I'm so sad that you're dead. I wish you weren't.
No. Maybe one day we'll find a miracle cure for almost dead, but I doubt it. Don't hold on to
There is
that
a way.
hope.
Of course not. Otherwise, I'd try to bring you, my dad, and
I mean,
anyone else back.
if it was easy to bring people back from the dead, no one would ever be back. You know, no one would be dead for long. So
Is my dad okay, by the way, when you saw him?
he died quickly.
That's good. I don't want to forget about you.
You don't.
It's not that I haven't. It's not that I haven't moved on. I mean, seeing you here makes me want to run away with you, in a way. But
you would have to leave Kellen behind. You
yeah,
have to
I
leave your
can't.
mother behind, all of your friends. You'd never get to travel. You'd be stuck in the dull, gray abyss. Believe me, where I go is not a pleasant place.
I wish I could take that from you.
I wouldn't let you.
I know you wouldn't.
You guys take a look, and the party's over. Everyone's gone. It's just this ship. The last person is leaving it right now, going onto land. It's just the ship on the next to the pier. 11th kind of starts moving in that direction.
Towards leaving the ship.
Yeah, towards the gangplank.
Are you leaving?
Just walking you to the door, as it may be.
Is it really that time now?
Yes.
I'm not ready. Can we have longer?
No.
If you get the chance to come back, will you?
Yes.
Well, then I won't forget about you.
I hope you never forget, but I hope you find the courage to move on, to love another, to make a new life for yourself, have happiness and children, and see them grow up and see them fall in and out of love.
Well, if I were to have human children, they wouldn't live forever now, would they?
Then you'll just have to have lots and lots of children.
How are you going to propose to me?
He takes the ring on the necklace and pulls it, and it just kind of like phases through the chain that it's on. And he drops down on one knee and goes, well, to be honest, I just kind of figured I would get down on one knee and look up at you and say whatever was in my heart. He kind of reaches out to present you with the ring. But that time is gone. So.
Well, what would you have said? Tell me what's on your heart right now.
My life has never been the same since I've met you. You've made it more complicated, more interesting. And when I think about the future, when I try and envision myself 5 years, 10 years down the road, every time I dream of the future, I see you. You're right next to me. And I'm ready I'm ready to begin the rest of my life. And it starts with you. Or without you, but preferably with you. And so I want to ask you if you will spend the rest of your life with me. Will you marry me, Kess?
I get lost in the moment and I'm like, yes. I would have said yes.
He gets up and holds up
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
He holds up the ring and like very intentionally and visibly places it in his breast pocket.
I take his mask off.
Oh shit! Shouldn't do that to ghosts.
I guess as you're taking the mask off, he leans in and kisses you deeply. And then in the 10 seconds that takes, he pulls away, and you can see the area that was protected by his mask is kind of like withered and twisted, and like the eyes are shrunken, or the eye sockets are kind of like shrunken and sunken, and the eyes are small and bloodshot and beady and kind of like in the back, and he's just like a twisted, half mummified, half burned wreck of a person.
I don't like, I'm not disgusted, but I'm just like it's almost hurts to see him like this because he looks like he's in so much pain. But do I recognize his face at all in this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Then I'm just like, what happened? And I like touch his face.
He winces from it and tries to take the mask from you and reposition it. When you hear the ship's bell starting to ring, he says, Now, Kess, you must go.
What if I want to stay with you?
You'll stay with me for all time, and your friends will never know what happened to you. And you'll never travel the world again, and you and I will be together for all time in a bleak world of gray and pain.
I guess I should go take care of Cullen then.
The bell rings again, and you can hear the wash on the front of the bow, and he urges you now with like panic in his voice. Go, Kess, go!
I grab his hand and I start going to the end.
Right. You start your way up the gangplank, and he lets go of your hand as you...
I turn back to him. Wait.
The ship begins to move, and the gangplank is starting to tilt, with one end on the dock, one end on the ship, and you're in the middle.
I grab the ring back from him, his pocket.
You make a desperate dash for it. You manage to get your fingers in the pocket, hold the ring, and then your hand just like drops through him. The floorboards drop out from underneath you, and you plummet into the freezing waters at the edge of the pier as the ship pulls off.
I drop in the water.
Yeah, you in your macabre outfit just splash into the water. There's enough hand railings and posts down here that you can make your way back to shore.
Does he say anything as I'm dropping?
No, the sound of the air and the water overpowers anything that you might have possibly heard. And by the time you surface again, the ship is surprisingly far from you. It's moving with unnatural, inhuman speed.
Do I have the ring?
You have the ring.
Okay, I like put it on my finger, and then I just kind of like let myself drop in the water.
We're gonna flip back to Ransom one more time. Ransom, buddy, there's a... Well, you stop me. There's a 1 minute, 2 minutes of making out, 3 minutes of making out, 4...
Sounds right. I'll go ahead and take her off my shoulder, lie her down on the dark ground there, and just start kissing her while she's on the ground.
Whoa! All right.
We can zoom out and assume what happens there.
Yeah, you guys get interrupted maybe like 2 or 3 minutes later by someone coming through saying, "Excuse me, you need to have exited by now. Guests, move on."
I slay you, I burn you. Yeah, go away.
All right, let's flip back to Olivia, Kellen, and Guy.
Yeah. So we tumble to the room.
Yes, you guys go to your room.
Yes. And then I'm like, guys, are we gonna do what I think we're gonna do?
Yes.
And then I take out some paint.
And I take out my hurdy-gurdy.
Guy looks around.
I hold out some drumsticks to Guy.
Music.
And a paintbrush.
Let's create together a moment we're gonna remember forever.
I take some paint and I caress Guy's face and paint one side of his face and then paint this one side of mine the same color.
I'm like, oh my god, you guys are so beautiful.
Should I go take off my costume? Says Guy.
No, and I spray paint across it.
Oh shit.
His mouth goes agape. That's my best suit!
And now it's even more colorful.
It's even better.
This is ruined. I'm just gonna have to just get rid of this then. Says he.
Kellen just starts like putting paint on his like costume wings and then like painting the wall with it and be like,
Olivia's like, play some music. I'm like starting to like paint the wall with like big swipes of my hands and stuff.
We just play. I think we play and paint until we all pass out in a painty heap.
All
So
right.
it's like a weird ceremonial ritual that's kind of sexy, but also about like art and sharing and being comfortable with each other.
Yeah, Guy, after things definitely are heading down this direction, removes the rest of his suit, and not like all the way down to his skin, but like gets rid of the sooty part of it, and like musses up his hair and like kind of shakes it all off and like comes back to regular Guy and like gets more into the music and like actually, you know, plays along and turns to his like normal personality. No, Olivia, what if you painted Kellen's back while he sang and I played the drums? Why don't you like give Kellen the tattoo you've always wanted him to have?
Well, he already does have the tattoo, but I can like extend it and make it even more magnificent. And I'm like extending the tattoo with colors.
Okay. Eventually, nope. You know what? Waterlogged Kess comes back to her own room by herself. Eventually.
We're probably making a lot of noise though from our room.
Wait, so did I get out of the water?
We're full on like playing music, laughing, running around, jumping in each other's arms. It's like a big, weird
big party.
Yeah.
I didn't get out of the water on my own. So did somebody find me?
No, you can like move yourself down the pier. I know you can't swim, but like the pier has enough structure to it that you can go from like one post to the other post, and you'll have to like pull yourself out of the ocean alone and like walk back, freezing and dripping through the city streets back to the manor house of the governor.
No, I mean like, so I dropped from that far. I don't bother moving to get out, and it's freezing cold. So
if you
I'm
never bother
okay
to get out, you will just spend the rest of your life down here. Because if you call for help, like no one saw you, and any calls for help go unanswered.
Okay, then I am in the water for a few minutes as I'm like kind of reflecting, or like I guess 10-20 seconds, and then I guess I go to the side and then start to remove myself.
Yeah, it takes you a while to get out of the water because you're at the very end of the pier, and you don't have. Do you have a swimming proficiency?
I don't think so.
I've got your character sheet somewhere over here.
Let me see. I don't think I do. No, I don't.
Okay. So yeah, it takes you a while to get out. You gotta like kick from this thing and grab this pole and pull yourself up and like hand over this thing and then swim to this next bit. It takes a while. You still have the ring, which is off the chain now. Where is it on your person so you don't lose it while you're going through the water?
I had put it. Well, I guess could I have put it on the chain, or that would have been too hard? I guess I put it on my
fell
finger.
And you know.
I put it not on my ring finger, but I put it on the other finger.
Your pinky finger or your index?
No, like my.
Oh, the ring finger of your right hand.
Yeah.
Instead of your left hand. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you get out and make your way sopping back to your apartment, your room, which is empty. Ransom's not there. And I guess you just plop down and probably pass out very quickly. I imagine you're exhausted, but you can tell me if you're otherwise.
Yeah, I look for Ransom. I guess I would be too. I'm not in a good place to be able to go look for somebody, so.
He's not around the manor. And there's clearly a lot of laughing from 3 different voices coming from your brother's room.
So I hear them in there.
Yeah.
I remember about in my state, do you think I can walk around at this point or not really?
I feel like that's a judgment call that you've got to make. Like, it won't kill you, but I don't know if you're psychologically capable of navigating a foreign city and finding people in the middle of the night when everyone's dressed up, because it's like the equivalent of Halloween.
Okay.
It's like the hardest time in the world to find a person.
I mean, I guess I start to debate going to the haunted house or whatever they're in, but I don't know if I technically make it there. Okay. So yeah, I debate about it, and then I just kind of, I guess, lay there.
Ransom, I think you and Rhonda have a time to yourselves. When all is said and done, you guys finish the haunted house. And how are things between... How are things for you once you exit the haunted house?
I exit into the cold air.
Yeah.
And I feel like, for once in my life, I realized who I was truly meant to be with.
Oh!
A wave of clarity hits me as I hit the cold air.
Our show is it's like this ultimate soap opera.
Okay, and when the two of you do the two of you return to the manor house, or do you end up at some tavern or some inn somewhere?
Well, I told Rhonda, let's head back for today.
The two of you walk in, I think, like that sort of comfortable silence where, you know, you're walking side by side with someone that you know and care deeply about, and neither of you are saying anything, but you're enjoying each other's company and the crisp, cool night air, the warmth of each other, you know, fighting off all the cold, with the occasional, like, giggle as she pulls your sock out of her shirt, accidentally, like, whoops, sorry, here you go. Don't know how that got there. You make it back to the manor house. She and Guy usually are supposed to share a room, but Guy's been sleeping in other people's rooms because it's really awkward between him and Rhonda. And she indicates with body language that you join her in her room tonight. It's like a body language tell. Like, you're walking, and then she opens the door and looks at you and like kind of like leaves the door open.
Good night, Rhonda. I had an excellent night, I say, as I head over to my room.
All right. She gives you a nod and disappears behind her door. You come into your room, finding like sopping wet clothes on the floor and Kess in bed, probably asleep by now, but like clearly cold and damp from God knows what. And I think that's where we'll end our show for today.
Man, all the feels. So many things.
All right. Well, congratulations to our players and characters. I don't know where we're going from here.
Congratulations for what? I mean, I don't know.
Created a huge mess.
I feel like that was like the biggest drama of D&D I've ever freaking had.
Neil's like, I get nervous when we go too deep in the role play on the romancy stuff, and I'm like, too deep for me. Like too deep. Oh my gosh. Well, good one, guys. We did it.
Some of you definitely did it, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
Wow.
Well, shout outs.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm emotionally disturbed from our own episode right now.
Yeah, me too. It's so weird.
I'm gonna go rethink my life right now.
Even just role-playing this, I'm like feeling so internally conflicted, and I'm
my god.
Just go with what you think your character would do. Forget about your own opinion of what's going on.
So
you did it, Neil. I didn't like. I think about 10 episodes ago, we never thought you were breaking any of us apart. But you did it.
Yeah, congratulations, Neil.
Was it Neil, or was it your lack of self-control over there, buddy?
Wow. Wow.
Totally Neil.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one who laid her down on the ground.
Anyway, shout outs.
Shout out to the feeling awkwardness and the feeling embarrassment, your great emotions. I am close friends with you.
Shout outs to Neil for a fantastically planned episode.
Yep. Masquerade Ball will go down in history
Yeah.
as one spoopy night.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I'm V Parlofois. I'm internally conflicted about this episode.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Neil or Koivu. I'm also internally conflicted about this episode. You can find me on twitch.tv/Koivu, where I do D&D stuff all the time, or here on twitch.tv/Misscliks, or on twitch.tv/D&D, or sometimes on Roll20. We're all over the place.
I'm Anna Prosser on all the things, and my next thing up is PAX Unplugged, which will be November 17th through 19th. I hope you will come and say hi or tune in to all the streams, and we will see you also here again on Tuesday, and also Friday on Twitch Weekly if you like to learn things about Twitch.
I'm Trump SC. I think our next episode is going to start off with a bang, so you should tune in.
No.
I think this one
I'm
ended with
living
a
thing,
bang.
and my face hurts from smiling so much in a mix of awkwardness, satisfaction, and being entertained.
Nice.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye-bye.
No, Neil.
Bye.
Bye. Get me out of here.